Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any Watchbox watch. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Today, we're discussing a self-evident example of why I call Breguet the best value in pre-owned horlogerie. This is the Breguet Classique 5637BA. It is a tourbillon in yellow gold with a power reserve indicator and a retrograding 24-hour scale that effectively acts as an AM/PM indicator for the primary time zone. 39 millimeters in diameter. The watch is only 10.7 millimeters thick, 47 millimeters lug-to-lug tip with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see it wears easily. It will slide underneath the dress cuff with no problem. The strap is a little bit stiff since it's brand new, but once it softens up, this watch would be suitable for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, so even our ladies can enjoy this piece. Taking a quick look, we have upscale trim, large rectangular scale alligator leather, both large and symmetrical scale, a very expensive cut, medium brown with a matte finish, calfskin on the bottom, a brand new Breguet factory strap, and you can see it comes with a matching Breguet single fold yellow gold deployant clasp. Rolling over, you can see that the buckle is held to the strap using a screw and a bar for absolute security, and then the strap is held to the case using screws and bars for absolute security. This is more expensive than using spring bars, but it's also more secure, and this watch is worth it. The case is extensively handmade, starting with the cold rolled coining on the flank. It's cold rolled and then hand finished. The lugs are crafted separate from the case. They're inserted into slots in the case. The two are welded together, and then manual finishing removes all evidence of the welded joint to provide that clean, aesthetically pleasing break between the two. That is very old school and laborious case making. Breguet logo on the crown. Note there's a little kerf underneath the crown so you can more easily dig in your fingernail for setting. A flange on the domed case back and a flange on the domed bezel define the mid case of the watch. And you can see the bezel is domed and polished, giving way to a dial made of solid gold. It's cut on a rose lathe to feature these spectacular guilloche patterns, and then it's silvered, and again, the dial is made of a disc of solid gold that is then manually cut with rose lathes and then silvered. You could see the Breguet secret signature flanking the numerals 11 and 1 o'clock up at the top. There are several different finishes on the dial, including a straight line dental pattern outboard. We have a sort of vogue or wave pattern, and then we have clou de Paris on the primary dial. All hands are steel, fired to obtain that blue tone. And you can see that the tourbillon is the star front and center. It has a steel upper bridge that's satinated across its top, mirror beveled on its edges, and you could see that there is a profusion of sharp interior angles where bevels meet. First, on the upper bridge for the tourbillon. Second, on the tourbillon cage itself, particularly at the external component of each spoke. See how the spoke is black polished across its top, and it has those creases where bevels meet. And then also inside the regulator assembly, there are those sharp interior angles, and those tiny components have all been beveled on their edge. It's a 1-minute tourbillon that doubles as the seconds hand of the watch. It beats away at 18,000 vibrations per hour. It is adjusted in 6 positions, which is 1 more than the chronometer standard of 5, and appropriately, it features a Breguet overcoil hairspring to keep excellent time in any physical position with respect to gravity. Now you can see when I engage the settings system, the retrograde indicator for the time of day jumps straight out to 24, and when I return, you can see now it indicates that we are at 1800, which means it is 6 o'clock in the evening. Now if I turn it to indicate 9 o'clock in the evening, you can see the 24-hour scale has advanced to 2100. That's how that system works. And then, of course, it jumps back once you pass midnight. Flipping it all over, the movement is an absolute opus. Caliber 560, entirely freehand engraved. This was not done with a lathe or an engine. No two of these will be unique. Manual wind, 2.5 hertz beat rate. It is a 24 jewel movement adjusted in 6 positions with that 1-minute tourbillon. It has a 50 to 55 hour power reserve, and you could see that it is not just the engraving. There's a circular set nation that was first turned across the top. You can see all screw heads are black polished with chamfered slots in circumference. This entire skeletonization has been mirror beveled on its edge, which creates its own additional sharp interior angles where bevels meet. You can see the old French revolutionary calendar. So this is the patent of what works out to June 26th, 1801. So that's what you're looking at right there. And then all this is water resistant down to 30 meters. As good as it gets, and an unbelievable value. Some people will say that Breguet is long dead and this watch has nothing to do with him or his sons, and that's true, but it's been a long time since a Patek or a Philippe has made a watch there, and no one seems to care. Focus on the quality. There are great watchmakers and artisans working today at Breguet, and with a little bit of research, you can even learn their names. They're ones to know for the future. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.